There we are. Now we are live. Ned, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Woohoo!
All right. Welcome to Memorial Field here in Northfield as we switch to lacrosse here as the Northfield girls host Mankato, the Cato lacrosse team. We are just underway here in the first half. With 6:18 to go here, and it's 2-0 or 2-1 lead for Mankato. Lexi Erickson led it off at 10:22 with her first goal from Mankato. Gwen Tapper put one in at 8:35 to tie the score at 1. And now just a few moments ago, Olivia Holton from Mankato gave them the lead 2-1 with just under 6 minutes to go here in this first half. And it's going to be Mankato with the ball in the 8-meter zone, and they just scored again as they come flashing through there. This time was number 15, Kira Prang. And Kira scores at the 5:50 mark of this first half. So Kira Prang is a freshman for Cato. So Cato is actually a merger of a bunch of their schools together to form a lacrosse team. And thus far in the season, they are 3-4 on the season, while your Raiders are 2-5. And Raiders hosting here tonight. Here comes the draw at center. And see if the Raiders can get control here and bring it into the zone. So you have the middies out there battling for it, and the draw is controlled by, no one has it yet, kicked away. That's actually a foot fault, but they got away with it. And the Raiders scooped up, stolen away by Mankato, as Cato gets inside the 20-meter zone, going through 12, loops it over into the no man's land, and back they go in a race for it. Cato trying to scoop it up. Northfield right there matching up with them. Now they come out of it, does Cato. Lost the inside pitch down the near side, and now they go back to picking it up. Cato, in their black uniforms with white letters, in control back behind the net, behind the Raider net. Out in front in the 8-meter zone, turn, fire, and this one off the side, no good, and they're scrambling for it out in front of the goal. Cato comes away with it, steps back outside the 20-meter zone, and then inside. Nice job by the goalie to block that one. Fires it in, and another goal here for Cato. Cato jumping off to a 4-1 lead now. And right now the Raiders need to kind of get it out of their zone, as they've gotten down to Cato's zone twice in this game thus far and scored once. So Jordan Thomas for Mankato scores that one. Like we said, this is only a 12-minute match. They shortened the times here. Usually it's 25 aside, but here's just 12 minutes. So Jordan Thomas giving Cato the 4-1 lead. 4:47 to go here in this first half. Here comes the draw at center. Draw is controlled by Norfolk trying to get to it. They scoop it up and work their way into Mankato's zone to the near side, to the 20-meter mark, and taken there. A nice pass, and looped in the goal. Elk came out the front. Good stop by the goalie as the Raiders are worked their way around with it. And trying to come out in front, now setting back upside the 20-meter mark as they all match up. You have to match up with somebody on the other team. Raiders breaking through. Fires a shot, then we got a whistle here. We may have a penalty shot. You can't be in line of their shot. And we are going to get a penalty shot here. So the Raiders, Claire Horman, will have a shot here from the 12-meter mark. Horman breaks through, fires it in the net, it fires off to the right, knocked away. And it will be controlled by Northfield as it goes out of play. And they'll come down the backside of the goal. Around the outside of 20 meters. Inside of 12, we got a high stick. And we'll get another shot here. Well, not so far out. This one is going to be at the 12-meter mark. And they'll race in, shot on the goal. That one goes off to the left-hand side, missed the shot. And the Raiders still control it, though, in the Cato end. Coming down the near side. Around the front, out 20 meters. Reset, charging in, charging for the goal, fires in, shot, goal. Raiders put a point on the board here.
There you go. Raider goal. Atta girls.
I have is Olivia Voigt. And see if that's true here. Working with some. So Olivia Voigt closed the gap here, 4-2 here at the 3:09 mark of this first half. So back and forth we go here. So 3:09. Voigt for Northfield. Beautiful night for lacrosse. Lights are on here at Memorial Field here on NorthfieldLive.com. Welcome aboard. Whether you're down in Mankato or you're here at the field. The draw goes to the Raiders as they break through. That's Bree Severson. Check that. That is Lola McCarthy. Shot on goal! And the Raiders come right back again. And it's now 4-3. Gwen Tapper gets her second goal of the game here. Gwen got a goal at the 8:35 mark and just raced in there right through the defense and put that one away for the Raiders at the 2:54 mark. So the Raiders fighting back here. Making it 4-3. Back to the draw we go. Raiders defending the south goal. Mankato the north goal. The draw goes to North. No, they're still battling for it, trying to kick it loose. And their control goes to Mankato. They came out of the top of it and racing down the near side. Goes number 4 from Mankato. That is Bree Severson. And now we're going to get a whistle here, a stoppage of play. As she went inside the 12-meter mark. And she's going to get a penalty shot from 12. So the penalty is going to go against the Raiders, number 30. And here comes a shot on goal. Nice block by the goalie. And it's getting the ball's loose. Raiders trying to pick it up, and they do, down the near side. And that's going to be a foul there because the stick is too close. In girls lacrosse, you can't have a stick within 7 inches of somebody's head. And I mean, it's a fast-moving game, so it's kind of hard to control that. But Raiders come away with it, and we got a whistle a stoppage of play here. What's going on? Looking for a referee who makes a call here. It'll belong to the Raiders outside of 20 meters. And they break inside. Cut off by Mankato. Shifted to the far right corner. Inside 20 meters. Inside of 12. Fires a shot. That one's blocked by the goalie for Mankato. She's out of her zone. And racing to the near side. Oh, we got a block in the back. That's going to be a penalty there. And that may be a draw yellow card here. Because you can't block somebody going after the ball. This should belong back to Northfield. That's a clear infraction there. And we'll see if it actually puts somebody in the box here. Or if they just... New ball coming in. It'll belong to Northfield here. Basically, the goalie was out of his crease. Out of her crease, if you will. And then contact was made by one of the Mankato players against the Northfield player, which is a foul. Nice cross pattern. Nice cross pass on a cutter. Ball is shot at the goal. Comes loose. And the Raiders will come up with it in the background. And now we got to whistle another foul here as we got a high stick. So it'll belong to the Raiders. Trailing 4-3 here with 25 seconds left to go. Time for another run. Around the front they go. Looking for the open man. Back outside of 12 meters ago. 20-meter arc. Resetting. Far side they go. Now chasing in. 11 seconds to go. Ball's loose out in front of the goal, out in front of the crease. Now we're going to go stoppage of play because you can't hit the goalie's stick. And so now they're going to bring it back out to 12 meters. That's the clock. And that's going to be the end of the first half. So, Raiders had a shot at it. We are sitting 4-3 here to end this first half in Northfield.
We have halftime spots in here, Renee? Yep. There it is. I'm ready for you, Ned, if you want to.
So we'll take a break here from our sponsors who make all this possible. as we go to the half for a 2-minute break. Back right after this on NorthfieldLive.com. Current score 4-3 in favor of Mankato.
This isn't half. This is the quarters.
House is a full automotive repair, shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or a major collision, Valley Auto House can handle it all. We work with all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle from the tow to completing all of your vehicle's repairs. Valley Auto House is located at Highway 3 South in Northfield, open at 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, or you can find us at valleyautohouse.net, or you can give us a call at 507-663-1217. Go Raiders!
Northfield Retirement Community has received higher satisfaction ratings on Minnesota's Assisted Living Report Card when compared to other assisted living facilities across the state. These high ratings in the quality of resident life and family satisfaction come directly from residents and their families. Northfield Retirement Community offers a wide variety of housing and service options that are specifically designed to meet the physical, social, and spiritual needs of aging adults. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Are we back live?
Looks like it, yeah.
Welcome back to Memorial Field here as the Raiders and Mankato sit here 4-3 as the stoppage of play. The quarter comes to an end. And the Raiders will head off their side of the field. And we'll get set here for quarter number 2. So interestingly enough, there's 2 ways to play this. There's a half and there's a quarter. But we are going to switch ends of the field as the Raiders are going to go to the north side and Mankato to the south side. And reset the clock to 12 minutes. And we'll be up ready to go here in just a minute. So going back to that first half or first quarter, Lexi Erickson started the scoring for Mankato at the 10:22 mark. Then Gwen Tapper came right back and scored for the Raiders at the 8:35 mark. And then Olivia Holen for Mankato scored, and Kira Prang scored. And then Jordan Thomas scored to make it 4-1. But the Raiders came right back with a goal at 3:09 by Voigt, and at 2:54, only 25 seconds later by Gwen Tapper, her second goal of the game. And we're back up and running and as the switch sides here. And the Raiders have it taken in their zone, high stick. This will belong to the Raiders. They'll come back the other way as they go down the near side. Gets to midfield where the middies can take control. And taken away by Northfield. Being watched closely by 2 Mankato players. Ball comes out of the cup. And now down the field they go. Nice pass, nice forward pass. Dumped inside the 20-meter zone. Up into 12, back behind no man's land. Ball's knocked off her stick by Mankato. Wrestling match for it, and Raiders are going to scoop it up and come back to the near side. This is Lacrosse. You can scoop it up. There's a push, and we may have a call here as that would be on Mankato. So a push, a body push, and we'll go back to Northfield. And we're off and running again. Back behind the net they go. Raiders trying to work around the outside of the 8-meter mark. Now across in front. Right in front of the goal. Fires a shot. That one's good. The score is tied at the 10:44 mark. Tapper gets her third goal of the game for the Raiders. That's her hat trick for so far for tonight at 10:44. So, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to.
We're all tied up at 4 now as we go back to the draw at center as they set things in their basket. And here comes the draw. Draws straight up in the air and controlled by Northfield trying to kick it loose with their foot. You got to be careful not to get a penalty. And here comes Mankato down the Raiders' side. Right through center, right through 12 meters. Ball's knocked off her stick. And control is taken by the Raiders as they come out of the pack with it. Mankato right in there as well. Playing a tough battle back and forth. Looped over the far side. back behind the net. Back in no man's land. Back in front they go. And knocked off her stick. Trying to cut through. And the Raiders have it. The goalie has it. Tosses it free to the far side. Nice throw in here. Almost out of bounds. But not quite. Trying to kick it loose. Mankato comes up with it. And they have a 3-on-4 break. Down the center they go. Matched up nicely. Across the 8-meter mark. Back outside the 20. Top they go. Around the front. Shots off the front and in for Mankato. And so Cato scores here. I believe that was number 8. We'll see who it comes up here. What do you say?
It was jumbled.
Okay, I think it was number 8, Regan Stindal, the freshman.
Can you hear it in the headset?
No. Hannah Bolden, I got it, number 6. So Hannah Bolden gets the goal for Mankato, for Cato, and it becomes a 5-4 game with 9:34 to go. And controlled by the Raiders, breaking pack, 5-on-4, down the 20 meter, down the 8, knocked off her stick, and we're going to get a penalty shot here as that was a high stick. So the Raiders will get a penalty shot from the 12-meter mark. And try to explain that to you. There's no player in front of her. It's straight to her and the goal. They can come in from the side. But they can't get directly in front of her. So Raiders with a penalty shot here and a chance to tie it. And here we go, the penalty shot. She moves in, and we have an offside. Well, that's unfortunate. So it comes back the other way. Mankato with it now. Across midfield, the middies pick it up. Into the front line. Down to 20 meters, down to 12, looking around the inside. Looking for a cutting pass back in behind the no man's land. The free zone, if you will. Back out in front they go. Cato marking around the outside of the 20 meters. Down the deep side they go. No, get out of bounds? Not quite. So Cato maintain control here. And see if they can get a goal out of this. 8:17 clock on the move here. As they work around the outside of the perimeter. Cato with it. Dropped inside. Cutter pass. Nice stop by the goalie in the far corner. So turned away. Zoe Johnson. Check that. Down they go. Raiders breaking 4-on-3 now. Trying to catch her from behind. Cross in front. Ball's knocked off her stick. High stick on the shoulder. We taken by Northfield. 5-4, the current score, 7:36 to go here. We believe in the first half. And here we go. Penalty shot in from 20, down to 12. Against the front of the net. Now we're going to get a whistle, another foul here. I believe someone got in her throwing lane. So they'll have it, only this time it's going to be from 12 meters. Closer in. Last time she went in too deep and we had it offside. Fires in. Oh, threw it wide of the goal to the left. Cranked up a nice shot, but just wide left. So we stay 5-4 here. Just under 7 minutes to play. Back in control. Battling for it is Northfield on the far side. That is Tina Foster trying to get control of it for Northfield. Taken by Mankato, cutting across in the midfield at the center mark. Now moving into Raider territory. Into Raider territory at the 20-meter mark. Cross past the far left. And looking for the open shot here. Across the top they go. They got to match up. Try to get it inside. Alertly taken by the Raiders. Up in the air. Dangerous pass, and the Raiders come out of there with it. Ball's tipped off her stick. We're going to get a penalty here. And we go back to the Raiders. That one was blocked in midair by Mankato, and they'll come away with it. Down the deep side. Left-hand lane, bottom corner right. Bottom corner left, rather. Ball's knocked off her stick. Both these teams fairly young. Shot in by Mankato. Sails over the top of the goal. And will go off the back of the back end line. Taken by Cato again. Around 20 meters. Dropped out. Reset. Cato looking to set up a play here because he can get somebody cutting across the front. No, cut off there. They have to kick it back out and reset. 5:15 to go here. Quarter number 2. Ball's behind the net. Now working around the front. Shot on goal. That one is good. So Cato increases their lead 6-4. And that time they just let her get in too close.
Scoring for Mankato, Lexi Erickson.
Lexi Erickson, that's her second goal. She was the first goal of this game. Back at the beginning.
So that's good.
Scoring at the 5-minute mark. So 6-4 the score currently. The draw taken by Mankato again on the move into Raider territory. Raiders trying to mark them. And across the front they go, outside of 20 meters. Working the outer perimeter, trying to find a way in. Now cuts in, right down the middle, and we got a whistle. Going to have a high stick, and it's going to belong to Northfield. Should have the ball here. And a throw in by the goalie. Oh, no, it's going to be a penalty shot. Check that. Take that all away. I screwed that one up. And here comes the penalty shot in for a goal. It's fired in there. And that's
Scoring
number
for
3.
Mankato, number 19, Olivia Holine.
Olivia Holine gets her second goal of the game. So that makes it 6-4. Holine scores at the 4:16 mark here. Back out to center for the draw. Up in the air goes and taken by, still loose, taken by Northfield. Northfield on the draw, on the move into Mankato territory at 20 meters, coming close to 12, cutting through, looking for the open man down the back line they go. Crossing in front is Tapper with it, and may do a wraparound. No, comes back out with it. Dumps it off. Gets it over to McCarty. McCarty resetting on the far side. Raiders with it. Right corner, down back baseline. Cross to the right-hand corner. And work around the front. We can set this set up here. And try and need to get a goal out of here to cut this lead. 7-4, the current score. Cato on top. Going inside. Dropping it off. Ball comes loose. And we're going to get a high stick here. And should be in control of Northfield here. So it's going to be Ashley with outside of 20 meters here with the penalty shot. At 20 meters, they can cut her off pretty easy. It's when you get to 12 meters, that's when it's kind of a dead-on shot. Back outside 20. On the outer perimeter they go. Now looking inside, breaking down the middle, and the ball knocked off her stick. Poke checked, if you will. And out comes Northfield wrapping right back around. Oh, there's a high stick. He got away with one there. Down the baseline they go. And trying to break inside is Tapper again. Tapper behind the goal. Crossed. Kicked out of bounds. Taken by Northfield, though. And here will come on their side. Nice cutter right in front. Fires a shot. Goal. Nice goal right in front. A cutter shot. Nice pass. I believe that was Claire Holman, but we'll see.
Scoring for the Raiders, number 4, Lola McCarty.
Lola McCarty. I stand corrected once again. But the Raiders break it. Come a little closer, will you? 7-5 after McCarty. Yeah, it was 8. Okay, I thought so.
Correction. The goal was actually number 8, Claire Holman.
Ha! All right, so Claire Holman did get that one. And we go back to the draw at the center. Their sticks are aligned, and here comes the draw. Up it goes, taken by Northfield on the run. 2:06 to go here. Down they go deep to the far side. Crossed in front. Looking to drop it in there. Can't quite get it to go in. Now cuts across the front. There's a cutter about the outside. Nice pass to the far corner. And they'll reset. Everyone's got to get back outside the zone, get onside. There we go. Now they can move forward. Back behind the net they go. Into no man's land. Raiders trail by 2 here. 7-5. 1:36 to go here in this period. Raiders cutting across front. Nice pass behind the goal. Wrap around now. Fires a shot. Goal! Big goal there.
Scoring for the Raiders, number 31, Olivia Vogt.
Olivia Voigt gets her second goal on the quick wraparound. So back and forth we go in this match here. 6-7 as Northfield responds with 2 straight goals and 1:26 left of the clock here as we get set to go. Here comes the draw, controlled by Northfield on the run again. Northfield making some solid moves here in this period. Down the far corner they go. Down the lane, right lane. Looking inside again. Nice pass to the far left corner, left lane, and top the 20-meter mark. Inside they go. Nice pass to the right side. Inside of 12 meters. Oh, ball's knocked away. Someone took it in the head. And we're going to get a penalty here. We may have a... Yeah, so the Raiders are going to have a point-blank shot here from 12 meters out. See if they can score this one. Could use a goal here. And waiting for the whistle. There comes the whistle. There it goes. Oh, yeah, stick hit the corner. She just waited too long, got too close, and they're blocked from both sides. Ball is loose, bounces free, and Mankato, whoa, there's a check from behind. Down she goes. And it belonged to Cato here. So the middies have a chance to come inside into the zone and help out with the attack. Up in front they go, right in front of the zone. That's a shot in for a goal. Nice pass, and the Raiders didn't get back fast enough. And Cato came right back up and scored. I believe that was number 5. That's Hannah Bolden again, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Scoring for Mankato, number 5, Olivia Holleen.
Holleen.
I don't know. I need to keep a refrigerator up here. Is this yours, Ned?
Yeah, I brought one up here somewhere. You guys can have some if you want. Why in the world? Holleen is wearing a different number here. That's what's going on. 12 seconds, 11 seconds. Taken by Northfield with 10 seconds left. We're going to get a whistle, and the clock's going to run out here. Nope, going to stop with 2.7 seconds to go, and the Raiders should have a penalty shot. Nope. Didn't have time to get away. So, here we go. 8-6 the current score here as we head to half.
Our Raiders 6 will now have a 10
So
minute
we'll put 10 minutes
intermission
on the clock here, take a break here from our sponsors, make all this happen. I'll get my scorecard figured out from the first half, and we'll be back right after this on Northfield Live.
Banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to creating thriving communities and helping our customers succeed. Hi, I'm Rob, the mortgage lender at Merchants Bank. It is such a privilege to work with a company where all employees are focused on providing the very best customer service. We'll be with you every step of the way as we work towards your financial goals together, whether it's growing a business, buying a home, or planning for retirement. Yeah, we're a bank, but what we really do is make life moments happen. Stop in. I look forward to making your goals a reality.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Like many of you, I recently had cataract surgery, and I am loving it. My vision has never been better. Driving at night is fun again, and I wake up in the morning and see. And now you're wondering, which doctor did I choose? Short answer is both. Dr. Miller fixed one eye, and Dr. Reinsbach operated on the other. They are both great people and fabulous surgeons. I trust them implicitly, and you can too, but just pick one.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
You have a brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Oh, welcome back to the Memorial Field here in Northfield. We've gone through the first half here, but they actually did it in periods. That's why we're a little confused at how they want to do this. So there we are at half here, and Raiders trail this one 8-6 to Cato. I'd say Mankato East or West, but they're not. They're one merged team, and so the Raiders trail this one. The scoring started with Mankato getting the first goal at 10:22 in the first period. Then it was Gwen Tapper picking up her first goal of the game at the 8:35 mark. So just 2 minutes later, that tied it up at 1. But then Olivia Holine, Kira Prang, and Jordan Thomas, all from Mankato, scored, making it 4-1. Then at the 3:09 mark of the first period, Voigt for Northfield scored, and then Gwen Tapper got her second goal at the 2:54 mark. That ended period number 1. Went to period number 2, and Gwen Tapper got a goal at 10:44 mark. But then Mankato came back with 3 straight goals, and Olivia Hoyt got her second goal of the ball game of the match for Northfield, and then Olivia Holland for Mankato. So that puts us at 8-6 is where we currently sit in this game here between these two. For the Raiders, they're 2-5 on the season. They have a tough schedule in that they play Lakeville North, opened up with them on April 13th, and that was 17-2 was the score there. Lakeville North has a very solid big team. Then they went down, they beat Rochester John Marshall Lourdes. That was here at Northfield. They won that one 14-10. Then they lost to Mankato the first time. That was down in Mankato. That was a 3-9 loss, 9-3 loss. Here tonight they're doing a whole lot better. It's at 8-6. So big improvement by the Raiders here tonight. Owatonna, tough team. They're always at the very top. They beaten Northfield 14-4. Then they lost to Century and lost to Mayo back-to-back. Both of those are kind of blowouts, but then they came back with a win over John Marshall Lourdes again. That was a 9-8 finish. That was down in at John Marshall. That was back on May 9th. So the St. Paul Academy game got canceled, postponed. Mankato is here tonight on the 14th. Today's the 14th, right? Yeah, today's the 14th. And then they go right back down on Thursday to play Owatonna at Owatonna. And then they have 2 games after that, Rochester Century, Mayo, and then they finish the season against Lakeville South. So that's kind of what the Raiders' schedule looks like for lacrosse here going forward. And like I said, we're at the end of the first half. The score 8-6 here at Memorial Field in Northfield. Lights are on here. It's a quiet night tonight. Good night for playing lacrosse. And I want to thank everybody who's on board tonight, whether you're from Mankato or Northfield, listening to the match. As both teams are in their respective huddles. Actually, Northfield's out getting warmed up already. Cato's kind of in a huddle over there. So I'll tell you what I'll do. We got just under 3 minutes to go. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Come back, get your set for the second half of the ball game here tonight between Mankato and Northfield Girls Lacrosse from Memorial Field. Back in 2 minutes on NorthfieldLive.com.
Merchants Bank, we're committed to creating thriving communities and helping our customers succeed. Hi, I'm Rob, the mortgage lender at Merchants Bank. It is such a privilege to work with a company where all employees are focused on providing the very best customer service. We'll be with you every step of the way as we work towards your financial goals together, whether it's growing a business, buying a home, or planning for retirement. Yeah, we're a bank, but what we really do is make life moments happen. Stop in. I look forward to making your goals a reality.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Michael Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Like many of you, I recently had cataract surgery and I am loving it. My vision has never been better. Driving at night is fun again, and I wake up in the morning and see. And now you're wondering, which doctor did I choose? Short answer is both. Dr. Miller fixed one eye and Dr. Reinsbach operated on the other. They are both great people and fabulous surgeons. I trust them implicitly, and you can too, but just pick one.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
But yeah, once that's in, then it'll populate. A trick to remember, like if you're ever in a situation where you'd be doing that, one downside is that it has to, in order for it to register the score, it has to see you, the score has to change.
Oh, yeah.
Initially at the start of the game.
Oh, yes.
So a lot of times I'll run down there and I'll just put like 1 point on each home and away and then take them away. And then it populates, then it shows 0 to 0.
Yep, exactly.
We're back. Welcome back to Memorial Field here in Northfield as we get set for the second half of tonight's girls lacrosse game between Mankato, Cato, if you will, and your Northfield Raiders. It is 8-6, so we start the second half. Actually, period number 3 is where we're going to start here. So what they're doing tonight is we're doing 12-minute periods as opposed to 24-minute long or 25-minute halves, which is sometimes they're done both ways. But in tonight's game, we're going to switch sides again. So now the Raiders will be on the south end of the field, and the Cato will be on the north side of the field. So going back to the scoring in the first half, it started out, Mankato got on top first and by Lexi Erickson. Then Gwen Tapper came back at the 8:35 mark. Olivia Holman, Kira Prang, and Jordan Thomas scored 3 straight goals for Mankato, making it 4-1. Then Voigt scored for Northfield. Gwen Tapper scored for Northfield, making it 4-3. Gwen Tapper scored to start the second period, making it 4-4. And then Hannah Erickson and Olivia Holland, all for Mankato, scored. But the Raiders came back with 2 more of their own. That made it 8-6, and that's where we start now. The center draw is taken by Northfield. They come across into the Cato zone at the 12-meter arc. Nearly inside of 8, balls knocked off her stick. Back checked off her stick, and we taken by Northfield with it outside the arc, trying to work their way in. Ball's knocked away. We're going to have a stoppage of play here, as you had 3-on-1. And so they'll go back out to the 12-meter mark and see if the Raiders can set this one up. You can try and charge through, but you can't be in their throwing space. But you can close from both sides, so the Raiders have to reset here. Nice pass down the long baseline. Out in front, and we're not going to whistle another stoppage of play. We're going to get a high stick here, and it'll be a penalty shot for Northfield at the 8-meter mark. The sticks came up, and you can't be within 7 inches of the head, or you're going to get a stoppage of play. Racing in, fires a shot, hits the post off the right-hand side, and the ball is taken by Cato. Raiders missing a chance there. Ball tossed way into the midfield, taken by one of the middies. One defenseman now getting back 4-on-4. Now 5-on-4 as the Raiders break quickly to catch up here. Inside they go. Shot right in the goal for the corner on the charge. And Mankato puts one more on the board here. That was a fast-moving score there. The number 15 is Kira Prang. Prang scored in the first period.
Scoring for Mankato.
So Prang's second
Kira
goal of the night.
Prang.
For period number 3. So at the 10:32 mark, Mankato opens up a 9-6 lead on the goal by Prang. So here we go back to the draw at center. And here comes the draw. Tipped up and still loose, taken by Cato. They're trying to scoop it up into their basket. Now she has it. Moving the 12-meter down to 8-meter. Fires on goal, scores again. Raiders defense has got to get back and cut that off because she went basically right straight through the defense. Let's see who that was. I want to say what.
Scoring for Mankato, Bree Severson.
Yeah, Bree Severson, number 4, scores again. I think that is her second goal of the night here. Let's check period number 2. That is her second goal here tonight. So back to the draw we go at center. 10-6 now after the goal by Severson. And just 20 seconds apart. So Mankato again charging down. Shot off the top of the goal crease. And we got players flying everywhere here, getting back on defense. Cato just cutting straight through. And that penalty shot here for Mankato, it'll be Bree at the 8-meter mark. So this is a charge. The goalie's got to get his hands on this one. Stopped by the goalie. Good job by Raiders. Big stop there. Nice pass up to midfield. Taken by the Raiders. Coming down. Nice forward pass. Good pitch. Down inside the zone and just gets past and gets to the goalie. The goalie's way outside her crease with the ball. Now launches it down into Raider territory. Coming back over to scoop it up. Missing the scoop. And now taking it is Mankato. Cato going backwards and forwards with it. This is trying to catch that number here real quick. That is Akira Prang. Prang scored in the first half. Now back behind the no man's land they go is Cato. Setting things up there. Working to the far attack wing. Set up over there. Working inside 12 meters, 8 meters. Lost the handle on it. Back in front they go. And Raiders cutting her off. Good D that time. And battling for it behind the goal. Ball's tipped up in the air and taken by Cato. 8:23 to go, third period. 10-6, Cato on top. Cato with the ball, 12 meters, 8 meters. Inside, tries to kick it back and scores again. That is either Hannah Bolin or Reagan Steindl. I think it's Bolin. Your uniform
for Mankato, number 8, Reagan Steindl.
Yeah, Steindl. That's at the 8:12 mark. Provided their roster's correct, but yeah, that's what it says here. Reagan Steindl. Freshman as she is. Back to the draw we go. Raiders need to get some going here. This is going to get away from 11-6, the current score. 8:12 to go, period number 3. Raiders had a charge to start this period, but came up short on a penalty shot. Now they go back into Cato's zone. Raiders with control. Far side, right attack. Down the lane. Looking for the open line. Looking for a cutter here. And tried to drop in for a cutter. Back behind the Cato net is the Raiders. Raiders with control of the ball. Working back into far corner, and they'll reset. That was knocked away, nearly stolen away. Now we're going to get a high stick. So it'll be taken by Northfield. And driving inside, and then knocked off her stick. Taken by Mankato. No penalty there, though there could easily have been. There was 2 body checks in there. You can't check like you can in hockey. It's basically your body making contact with the player, but it can't be a hard contact. It just is basically a touching contact. There's a shovel pass going forward. Down the zone they go. 12 meters, 8 meters, back behind the net. Dumps in front for a cutter. Ball comes loose, and the Raiders will let it go to the far corner. Mankato will pick it up on the far side. Back behind the net they go. In the zone. Nice pass in front. Sails it over top of the net. Out the back of the end line. And we're going to get a whistle here and a stoppage of play. We're going to get a yellow card for slashing. So the slashing is called. That's going to put one of the Cato girls on the sidelines in the penalty box, if you will, for a deep slash. So she will stand at the far side. I believe it's a 3-minute penalty. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's what it is. So their one person short is Cato. Northfield needs to take advantage of this now. Ball's loose into the Cato zone. Cato trying to scoop it up. And now it's taken by Northfield. Far side they go. Ball's loose again, taken by Cato. 6:05 to go, period number 3. Down they charge. And it's McCarty. Check that. Shot on goal. That one's nice stop by the goalie. Out they go. Raiders come down the field. And that's Gwen Tapper leading the charge. In the front of the net, she's got pushed off. And the Raiders are reset. Out in front is Holman. Holman has the ball knocked off her stick. Checked off, and now we got a whistle, a stoppage of play. Let me see if I can figure that one out, what that one is. That's a block. Whoa! Snap behind her net. Raiders, she ran off the ball and had the ball just smacked out of her stick. That's perfectly legal. You can hit the stick from behind with your stick, but you can't make contact with the body. Now we got a whistle, and the Raiders will take it here, far side. Inside they go, outside of 20 meters. Back inside of 12, back inside of 8. Looking inside, dumps it off the far right wing. Cross in front, there's a cutter. Ball comes loose, and the Raiders will scoop it back up again. They maintain control on the left-hand side now. Looking for the open break, back behind the net. In no man's land. Looking for a cutter. There she is. Oh, missed the pass right out in front. And now Mankato, the defender, waiting for it. She can't step over that line. She's a midi, and down they come. 2-on-1 break. This gal has scored quite a few here tonight. That's bowling with it for Mankato. We got a whistle and a stoppage of play here. As I believe we're going to have a penalty shot, when we will, from the 8-meter mark. So hang on, goalie. You're coming right at you. 4:08 to go. Time on clock on the move here. And the whistle. Shot on the goal. Shot off the right-hand side. Missed it. And the Raiders will take control. 3:55 to go. Period number 3. 11-6. The score has been hanging for a while. Raiders, the penalty's expired now to Mankato. And they're back to full strength. Mankato comes across. Ball comes loose. Gets out to the left-hand zone. And down the lane they go. Nice pass, forward pass. Taken by Northfield. Outside of the Mankato zone. Now up into the 12 meters. 8 meters. Chasing the goal. Fires a shot off the right-hand side. Just missed it. But the Raiders will maintain control with it and set things back out in front. Far side they go, back in no man's land. Tapper with it back there. Off to the near side to Holman. And there's a cutter coming across the front. Fires a shot. That one's blocked by the goalie. Nice shot. And that one came up just short. Ball's kicked forward to midfield. Taken by Mankato. Down they go to the Raiders zone, just outside the zone. Taken there by Jordan Thomas. Thomas scored in the second period. That shot is off the side of the goal, but it will be maintained control by Mankato. Back behind the goal. Tapped out in front. Centering pass, no good, and the Raiders trying to take control here. It's a scramble for it just outside the 12-meter mark. Now outside the 20. Around the far side they go. Trying to match up. You got to mark them. Mankato trying to work their way inside. That is Maddie Fowler in the ball game. Right side she goes. Out in front. That shot is off the front, was a block. And let's see if we get a penalty shot here. And we will from 8 meters. It's directly in front of the net. 8 meters out, charging, fires, in it goes. That was dead on, dead straight ahead. Just bounce it off the turf and put it in. I'm going to try and pick up her number here.
Scoring
28.
for Mankato, Maddie Jansen.
So Jansen has another goal here. She scored in the second period. But it's been all Mankato the second half here. It's 12-6 now. It was 9-6 at the half. We're in the third period, 1:20 left with 1 period left to go. Back to the mid-draw they go. And that one is controlled by nobody. Taken by Mankato. It was actually almost an offside. You couldn't go inside the zone here. 1:04 to go here, period number 3. Clock ticking down. Outside of the 12-meter perimeter, Mankato sets up. Inside of 12. Looking at 8, back outside of 12. They'll reset. 51 seconds to go, period number 3. 12-6 in favor of Mankato. Ball rolls off the far side. And they'll work down that lane, that zone. Inside the tack zone. Inside of 12. Inside of 8. Right in front of the net. Missed the shot. Shot it off to the left. Cato maintains control, though. And they'll try to reset here. Dumped it out in front. Ball comes loose. And they'll reset here. 22 seconds. Defense matching up here. Cross in front. Fires a shot and scores. And this is getting...
for Mankato, number 4, Bree Severson.
Severson gets her hat trick here in the second period. So 15.9 seconds left. Severson with the hat trick for Mankato. And it's been all Mankato this third period. It's 13-6 now with 15.9 seconds to go before we start period number 4, the fourth and final period here tonight. Back to draw at center. And we are ready to roll. Straight up goes the draw. Northfield had it for a second. And Mankato is trying to get control. Now the Northfield breaks loose with it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Got to launch it now. And that's the end of period number 3. So it was all Mankato, period number 3. They scored 5 goals in that period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. So we'll go to the fourth and final period here. After a minute and 30-second break, we'll be right back here on NorthfieldLive.com.
Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Remodeling your home is a way to breathe new life into your house, and the process can be made easy with Schmidt Homes. Their team has extensive experience in partial and total home renovations, meaning your home will be completed quickly and to your standards, allowing you to enjoy your newly renovated home with peace of mind. When you're ready to start your next project, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Don't wait to start building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
Really nice. And who said I drive by last night was really nice? Somewhere out north.
Welcome back to Northfield, where we are getting ready to start the fourth and final period here, as they'll reset the clock to 12 minutes. And the Raiders will see if they can do something this third period. The third period really got away from them, as Mankato scored 5 goals in that third period. And right now it stands at 13-6 as the current score as the clock runs down, and they'll reset for the final 12 minutes. Nice night here in Northfield. The lights are on here at Memorial Field. Field's in great shape. And the Raiders, having somewhat of a struggle this season at 2-5, have this game tonight. Then they have a real tough game Thursday at Owatonna. Owatonna probably one of the top teams in the Big Nine. They have a real solid team down there. And then Rochester Century is the game after that, and they wrap up with Rochester Mayo and then Lakeville South. They'll end their season at home on the 23rd and the 24th. That's Memorial Weekend, so I won't be here. I'm going fishing, man. So anyway, here we go. Fourth and final period. We'll switch ends, so it'll be Mankato defending the south end. Northfield defend the north side here. Northfield needs to put some stuff together in a hurry and shut down the attackers for Mankato. Back to the draw here at center. And here we go. Clock's on the move, and we start period number 4, 13-6. And it's going to be Cato with control going into the Northfield zone. Far side they go. Attacker right hand wing. Inside, driving past 12 meters down to 8, whistle and stoppage of play. And Cato will go back out to 8-meter mark here for a penalty shot here on goal. They're shooting from the right side, working inside. That one is blocked. Nice stop by the goalie. But Cato right out in front, and they score a quick one here as they got a midi coming across. Northfield didn't even see her. And let's see who that number is. Try to pick up her name for you.
Scoring for Mankato, Olivia Holeen.
So period 4, we have Olivia Holeen starting things off. Let's see what she scored. Holeen scored the third goal of this game. Second one for Mankato. Then she scored again in the period number 2. Actually, this is her 4th goal tonight. That was number 4 for Holeen. And we should be going to a running clock here pretty soon. 14-6, the current score. Breaking through is Mankato again in the Northfield zone. Outside of 12 meters. Getting to the 8-meter mark. Nope, back to 12 they go. They reset, looking for a cutter. Across the top they go. Across the top zone. Setting up at point. Currently. Breaking from point. We got a block. You can't block. So that's going to belong to Northfield. So the blocking foul on Cato turns it over to Northfield, and they come up the field with it. Half court they go. Zipping down into Cato territory. Well, we got a slash. That'll go against Cato. So Northfield will have the ball, and Cato will have to stand behind her. When you get penalized, you get a call against you, you have to come in from behind the player. That kind of tells you who got the goal. He got the penalty. So under 10 minutes to play in this one. 14-6 the current score now. Northfield in their zone, have control of it. Zipping in outside of 12 meters, trying to get inside of 7 or 8. Near side wing for Northfield. Behind the net. Crossing. Drops out in front for the cutter. Nothing there. Just a little too high. And Northfield will get to maintain on a trip. So I think they will be set up here outside of 12 meters. And they'll have a free shot here. Thing about 12 meters is you get 8 meters in front, and it's easy to... Oh, she's hit from behind. Has the ball knocked out of her stick. And here comes Cato back the other way. 9:13 to go. Midfield. Into Raider territory goes Cato. Far wing. Driving in. Outside of 12 meters. Back into 8 down the baseline. Out in front, looking for the point shot, looking for a cutter. That fire to far corner, but just outside the zone. Cato with control of the ball right now. Looking for the score here. And crossing out in front. So they're all matching up. The Raiders are matching up nicely now. They're picking people up. Before they weren't certain who they were supposed to be picking up. 8:20 to go in this match. Outside of 12 meters, inside of 8, back out to 12 they go. Far arc goes out the back of the end line, taken by Cato. Back in behind the net. On in front, there's a shot. Sails over the top of the goal, goes back out the back end line again. Cato with control here. Ball comes loose. I think they're tired.
Yeah.
They're not even chasing the ball. All right, so outside of 12, back inside of 8, now cutting through and knocked off her stick. Good defense there. Raiders cut her off. And now the ball's loose, taken by the Raiders in the backcourt. And we got a whistle here, got a reaching end foul. This is going to belong to Northfield. And down the near side they go. Oh, lost the handle on it. Diamantes. Shot out in front. They found a goal again. And that makes it 15 for Cato.
Scoring for Mankato, number 25, Lexi Erickson.
Erickson with the goal. Second goal for Mankato this period. 15th goal for the night. And here we go. Back to draw at center. Wholesale changes coming in for both teams. I'm seeing some different players here for Northfield. Give them a chance here. 7:14 to go in this match. And here we go. The draw at center. Here comes the draw. Straight up it goes. Taken. Trying to kick it free. Now struggling, battling for it. Raiders trying to battle for it, trying to get the ball. Scooped up in their net. And now we're going to get a pushing foul here against Cato. And then Raiders coming down the court with it. Into Cato's zone. And they'll set up. 4-on-4 currently. Deep right wing. Back in behind the net they go. Looking for a cutter. There's a cutter coming across the front. Oh! Missed the pass. Just went up for it. Just outside of 8 meters. And now they'll reset, though. Raiders still have control. 6:29 to go in this match, and clock on the move. We got a stoppage of play here. We're going to get a penalty shot from up to 8 meters. That's where the penalty was. They're trying to get things figured out here. No, they're going to go back to 12 meters. Far side pass comes loose. Try to kind of a shovel pass over there. And Raiders trying to work their way inside. Breaking inside, 12, 8, and ball's checked off her stick. There are 3 around her, so I think this is a 8-meter shot, and it will be. Now the release is fast enough. A good shot at getting the goal here. When you could pass it off of this, but you're actually at 8 meters outside the goal. Fire it in now. Oh, blocked by the goalie. There's a battle for it. And they're kicking it around down there. 5:20 clock on the move. And still hasn't come out of the pile. Raiders have it now. Ooh, they had a great top. Cutting across the front. Shots on goal. No good. Nice pass there, though. Raiders still trying to control it. They're all sitting inside the 8-meter zone. Now they're going to break out. And it'll be Cato coming down the near side. Down the left lane. And spinning. Going into Raider territory. Good defense there by the Raiders. They'll come back the other way. Downfield. Nice pass. Up forward. Dumped out. 2-on-1 break. Here comes the Raiders. Fires a shot. That was shoots high. Oh, right on goal. Just sailed it high. 4:26. Clock moving. Goalie sent it down to midfield. And still working on it. Now Raiders take the ball. Come upfield. Good pass downfield. Oh, knocked off their stick. And they'll have to set up again. 4 minutes and counting on the clock. Back into Cato zone now. Comes the Raiders. Trying to make something happen here in the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Inside the zone, they fire a shot. And it slid through. Just got through there. Raiders again firing a shot on goal. That one comes out, taken by Cato. 3:37 to go in this match. Far right-hand side they go. Cross field to left side. Having the ball checked off her stick. Now dumping inside. Here comes Cato into the Raiders zone. Now back outside the zone. They got to get reset outside. Now they go back. Inside of 12. Looking for the open cutter here is Cato. And long pass goes out the far right-hand side, way on the far corner. Cato will scoop it up and bring it back in. Shifting to the right side zone, across the center, and right out in front of the goal, and the Raiders going to kick it out of there, take it out the back of the net. And they'll come out in front with it. Goalie has it. He said to have a throwing zone here. There, launches one, midfield, and taken by Northfield, and lost back to Mankato. 2:30 to go in this ball game. 15-6, Cato on top. Period number 4 ticking away. And the ball's taken by, stolen away by Mankato. And they'll set up inside the zone. And they'll set up outside the 12-meter mark. It's going to be content, I think, to pass it around here for the last 2 minutes of this game.
Looks like everybody's tired.
Yeah, there's not much more. They're just kind of passing it back and forth here. Oh, they're going to go in for the cutter shot. Oh, backhanded shot nearly rolls into the net. And someone got taken out. Oh, there's some kind of collision there. And so it'll belong to Mankato will have the ball. And they're going to get a penalty shot from way outside. They're going to set her up outside of 12 meters. Chases in. Cuts it off. Shot goes in front of the net to the far left-hand side. And the Raiders will come out of there with a 1:34 to go. Down the field they go. Their last charge. Nice pass. Another nice pass high. But taken by Northfield. They have 3 in the zone. Oh, they had a breakaway going that was just shy. 1:17 to go. Cato with the ball. Got a high stick. And they'll take off with it again. Right at midfield. Crossfield pass. 1:04 to go in this matchup here today. As Mankato goes to their zone and just sits outside the zone and kind of passes back and forth. 45 seconds to play here. And the Raiders will fall to 2-6 on the season. Mankato will go to 5-3. Last 29 seconds. And down they go in the zone. Trying to get a shot off here. 18 seconds to go. See if they can get one more goal to finish this game off. Nice pass to the zone. And we got a whistle to the stoppage play. She's in her throwing zone. So she's going to get a penalty shot from 8 meters. Let's see if they can capitalize this. 11.3 seconds left of this game. The Raiders with a chance here to put one goal back on the board. Chases in, shots on goal. Got it. So 15-7 is where we stand here. Cato on top. That penalty shot is the first goal Northfield has had in the last 1, 2, 3, 7 goals. So 8.4 seconds left in this game. No, I missed it too. I thought it was. I might Morale. Devin Morale? They have her as a defense, though. She couldn't be attack. There's no 28 on here.
Scoring for the Raiders, number 28, Navia Pennock.
Oh. No, this is all wrong. She's a J. Oh, here it is. 48, Navia Pennock. She's a JV player. All right, so one of the JV players gets in here. Pennock is a freshman. The Raiders actually have a pretty good group of players coming back next year. For juniors, they have a whole host here. They have 13 juniors coming back, or if they all come back. So here we go. 8.4 seconds to go, back at the draw. And let's see what the Raiders can do. 15-7, the current score. Ball's in the air. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That'll wrap things up here. 15-7 will be your final. And Mankato comes up with the win here.
The final score,
tonight.
Mankato 15, our Raiders 7.
So that'll wrap things up here for us as well here tonight on NorthfieldLive.com. Let's go back to some of the scoring real quick. Mankato got off with the first goal. Raiders tied it up at 1-1. And then Mankato scored 3 straight goals to make it 4-1. Voigt for Northfield, Tapper for Northfield, and then Tapper again to start the second period, tied it up at 4. But then Mankato went on a 3-goal run. Raiders came back and balanced things off, but it was 9-6 at half. But the third period belonged completely to Mankato as they scored 5 unanswered goals in the third period and 2 to start the fourth period. And then the Raiders got back on the board here at the latter part of the fourth period. So that'll wrap things up here for Northfield Live. I want to thank everybody for being on board here tonight. Whether you're in Mankato or here in Northfield, thanks for tuning in to NorthfieldLive.com. Lots of stuff coming our way.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah, we got, let's see, tomorrow we got off, then Thursday we got boys baseball. I think that's senior night from Dundas. They'll play over there at that awesome field. And we also have boys lacrosse on Thursday night.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've definitely got, and then I think we've got baseball possibly also on Saturday, it looks like. So
then we get into playoff section time, and it goes crazy after that.
It does go crazy. Ned, thank you so much for helping me pull off this doubleheader here. We did softball, and then we hustled up here and did this as fast as we can. Thanks again to everybody tuning in. And, Ned, we couldn't have done it without you, so appreciate you doing it.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Join us
Thursday.